projects or sharing their life story with us on a regular basis. Not a one-off interview where you go, I wonder whatever happened to them, but where we actually follow them and find out how they're getting on. And one just example like that is Les Carville, because we've been following the story of four men in their 70s who last month set off from Southampton to start a 28,000-mile car journey around the world. I was privileged enough to wave them off with a Union flag. 72-year-old Les Carville from Everton in Hampshire and his team plan to spend 140 days on the road. It's raising money for his charity. Heaven can wait. I'm busy. And Les is back on the line for his weekly update. Morning, Les.
Morning to you, Julian. Pleasure to speak to you again.
Yeah, lovely to have you back on the show. Last time we spoke, you were in Poland visiting Lech Wałęsa. What's been happening since we last spoke?
Well, we left there. We pretty well ticked all the boxes in Europe, you know, what we planned. And so we went to Budapest, have a bit of a break and just sort ourselves out. Then last day before yesterday, we went on to the Ukraine to try and cross there. But unfortunately, they wouldn't accept a substitute passport for Gary Scott, our cameraman. So we've had to reorganise ourselves. His real passport is with our passport people, and it won't be back with us until the 22nd. I think that's Tuesday or something like that.
Right.
So we can't cross and go forward until then. We also found out that Mariusz, the Polish chap who's joining us to see us through right the way through to Novosibirsk, his passport should have been on the 18th. He's now on the 23rd, so we're having to take a step back. Look at what we're doing. Everything's all up together, but we can't leave Poland, really, until the 23rd.
Right, so this is a bit of a passport problem.
Yeah, that's right, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Tell me about Gary and why doesn't he have his proper passport in the first place? People are bad to ask me, so I'll ask you.
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, basically what it is, as you know, we had a full team to set off from Southampton, but we didn't have a team for stage 2, which was from Budapest through to Novosibirsk. So what Gary Scott kindly agreed to, with a bit of coercion from me, to stay with the group, so that it was myself, Gary, and Mariusz, the Polish guy. We would make the team to get the vehicles to Novosibirsk. And so it was short notice. That's why we had this little problem. But it is only a problem. We had plenty of time. We will still be there where we say we will. That's
good. And obviously the nice thing is you're getting a bit more filming done if you've got Gary on board.
Well, absolutely, yes. To be honest with you, we went to Auschwitz, and I told you before when we spoke last. We weren't happy with what filming we got there, so we've taken an opportunity as we're going back up. We're going to regroup at Warsaw. So on the way, we're at Auschwitz now. We're going back there this morning to do some proper filming because we just weren't happy with it. So we're going to do that, which is a good thing. There's an orphanage we're going to see in Warsaw, which we believe is okay for us to go and see these people, and so we've got a bit of a program, and we're going to go to the ghettos and what have you, you know, just in Warsaw, just to sort of fill in while we're waiting.
And we've been following your journey on the website, and there's some funny video series ones. Did you get a bit lost in Poland?
I don't, you start. You know, Roland and Keith have never let me forget it, you know. When I turned up, have you been back home for your lunch or something, you know. It's got worse and worse. Yeah, I got lost, and I admitted to everybody.
I'm not surprised. Some people can't get to the shops properly. You're driving around the world, Les. You're allowed to make a few mistakes.
I know. I only went down the road to get a paper.
I love it. So you've got this, very funny, you've got this extra time, which in a way is good because it's going to let you sort of do a bit more in Eastern Europe, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah. We've seen an awful lot. We've taken a lot of footage. We've worked out a good way how to set the camera up in the car now, so I could talk the dog off, talk the leg off of a donkey, you know, with my speaking. And so he set a camera up now, so we're getting a lot of footage as we're driving along now.
That's good. Well, look, we're going to be talking some more next week, Les, and we'll see next week we want to know whether those passports turn up. So this is like a living drama. So
Yeah, when I speak to you next time, I want to be through Ukraine.
Right, well, we shall talk then. And Les, thank you for coming on. I'll give details of the website and, of course, how you can raise lots of money for Save the Children.
Yeah,
and
if you can, it's very, very important that everybody that can makes a donation. It's all about raising money for children. That's why we're here. Yeah. And if anybody can help, please do.
Lovely. Thank you, Les.
All the best. You guys take care. Speak to you again soon.
Cheers. Les Carville from Everton, and he's on his trip round the world with his 4 other. Well, actually, over the period of the whole trip, there'll be about 8, I think, 70-somethings going on this journey, but it's a great idea. heavencanwaitimBusy.com, by the way, is the website, raising money for the Oakhaven Hospice. His next update next week.